me, didn't I?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Let's see.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
Hello? You play to win the game.
All right. I've
But
got
they are what we
sound.
thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. That's all I got to say.
I still don't have the share button.
The train wreck of social media is now on the air. Here is your host.
What did you break your phone?
Many times.
And you swear no one's ever took you to race. How do you get up
Not
in the
since
morning?
Roy said.
How do you make it to work every day?
Evidently before you do.
That's fact.
Well, he starts before I do.
Do I?
Yeah. But here, does it really
Not last
count?
night.
No, wait a minute. Does it really count if he gets before I do, but yet goes to the bathroom and stays till I get there and clock in, then he comes out of the bathroom? What's the difference? There is no difference.
He's on the foundation.
I get started work before he does most of the time.
That's
Most of
absolutely
the time.
incorrect.
Most of the time I do. That is correct.
Absolutely incorrect.
So-
Ask anybody.
I'm already worked 30 minutes time you walked in the door, then I go to the
if
bathroom.
your time is you start at 8 and you get there because you want to at 7:30, that ain't on me. That's on you.
Point is, yeah, but you don't get there till 8:15.
That's what I had. No, this 8:03 this morning. I got a grace period.
Can I make the point that nobody
Can't help I negotiated that.
from me that wasn't from the bathroom?
What happened?
That's where I answer my email.
Tom does the same
When I
thing.
go to the bathrooms, when you get the answer to your emails at Man Home.
I would really like to share this.
That's hilarious.
Tom, can you
Why
not
would
share
do
it?
That's weird.
Probably because y'all have done something to.
I shared it with you're from Chattanooga. If I shared it with him, I shared it to y'all first time and it messed up. So thank you for being patient with us. Now they're on, and
See, I even sent a message and I got a red thing on.
slide over to
See
the
it?
right.
Did you share it on your page? Your BB?
I shared it to yes.
I used
So,
to go to
it's
BB's and get it.
Obviously, something's wrong.
There's
And
Mr.
somebody just tagged Keith Perry. Who was that?
That was me.
Okay,
Did it go through?
it shows it did.
I don't see it on your page there, buddy.
It's seriously, yeah. I don't see where it's at. Can anybody else share it?
I shared it.
Somebody share it to D. Swain so he can try and share it to somebody else.
Yes, please.
Holy cow. Folks, I
Did you find
apologize
it?
It's not on your page.
that you have to put up with this. It's every week. Facebook has done something to us every week.
Well, since we're not on, what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg, since we're not really of his political belief, I think he's trying to do us like he did the Hodge twins.
All right, it won't let me send it to you.
It says,
Here's
share
the
this
thing.
video with friends.
If I find out where he's at, we're going to go pay him a visit.
Okay,
And I'm taking my Tata gun with me,
right on.
which we can convert pretty easily into a tennis ball gun.
Are you friends with Keith on Facebook?
Keith.
Perry. Then tag him.
I think I am. No, I'm not with Keith. Am I Keith?
I'm not. I just it wouldn't let me pull it up. Annalise, is somebody coming in over there?
Share this to your page. I got it.
Interesting.
Okay. Edit, post, delete.
Are you sharing it?
I can't find a way to share it.
Hi, Brandy.
Brandy Harris.
Brandy,
how are
Brandy,
you? For whatever reason, we are having difficulties with Facebook.
Technical difficulties.
Many
Hey,
times.
Brandy.
Let me do it this way. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
Randall, did you say hi, Brandy? Slacker.
I would just as soon as you let me just get this shared. Brandy, drop some Def Leppard. Here you go. I think I figured something out. Let me try doing it.
No, she can't do Def Leppard today.
No, can't today.
Not today. Today is the only day you cannot do Def Leppard.
We're in flags are at half staff for the rock and roll world.
Eddie V8.
That's right. That's the top story. Even though this is a sports program, we all also love hair metal, and Eddie Van Halen was the king of the guitar.
What Eddie Van Halen done is often duplicated.
Every time we do this, I have to reset
never.
your camera.
You're picking
Never.
up with the other camera.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Has done.
Let me get
Authenticated? Correct.
1978, they're playing on the Whiskey Go-Go stage in
Bef-
L.A. There's so many other guitarists out in the auditorium that Michael Anthony goes, dude, turn around. And turns Eddie Van Halen around so everybody will quit ripping his stuff off. So for the next 2 months, he plays with his back
I
to
have
the
that.
stage because so many people were ripping him off.
I had that quite a bit. When I go out in public, I have that quite a bit.
What's that?
People trying to rip my stuff off.
Did you like your new nickname that I gave you?
I don't even know what it was.
Mason Jar Storm, the child slapper.
I'm gonna tell you, I know how to mute that microphone down on that end. Let me see.
You apparently don't know how to
Mason
prevent.
Jar though, that would be a cool wrestling. Did you see the video from
I just tagged you.
what was his name? Charade. And somebody needs to Google and see if Charade's paralyzed. I don't know. I seen it and I said, this is exactly how my day has felt today.
Yeah.
That I have face planted on the mat.
There we go.
Did you finally get it? Are you happy now?
I took care of my boy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We will be talking about sports in just a second now that D. Swain has found the share button. We have one thing we do want to talk about real quick before we dive into the SEC, which is the greatest conference of all,
Indeed.
is we have signed up so many new watchers and listeners in the Knoxville area, Mississippi area, and the Alabama-Tuscaloosa area. We have picked up a lot of viewers so far, so we're thankful for that. And we want your feedback. We want you to comment, leave a message, and I'll try to set all that up, but I'm not the brightest person in the room to...
Amen.
His butter done fell off his
You know,
biscuit.
this is funny that he says this of all people. Mr. Technology here.
Oh, I'm computer dumb. I have no problem admitting it.
For whatever reason, I cannot get everything on Facebook like we need to because people need to be able to send us messages. They need to find out where we're located, where our page is at. And anyway, we're on YouTube as well.
We are on YouTube right now?
No, but
But
we will be at
in
the end of this show. I'm recording this show so I can post it on YouTube as soon as we go off the air. We're trying to give them Facebook one more time because we have so many. We have over 4,000 viewers on Facebook. And then when we go to YouTube, everybody seems to lose us. But you can still comment. We're still keeping track of conversations. You got yours going?
yes, I do.
You got yours going?
Can you? I can't track. I'm going. I still can't tag Duke. I've got D. Swain
I'm
tagged.
not friends with Duke either.
I don't know what happened. Did somebody not do an upgrade, or what did y'all do on Facebook that you made them all mad? The last time it was some comment you made that got everybody all fired up mad.
Georgia sucks.
You can't say that.
I mean, that's probably what got everybody fired up.
Well, it usually does. Randall,
You asked me a question. I gave you an honest answer. I could have said, you're fat. Would that get everybody fired up?
I don't know if it does or not. Depends on if you called somebody else.
Does it get you fired up about wanting to lose the weight?
No.
Okay.
I've done lost 42 pounds, dude. And I've got more to go, but I'm happier
How
than
much
I've
you
been.
gained back?
I ain't gained none back.
That's awesome. That is fantastic.
That is definitely true. I haven't gained any back.
What's up, Mars? Welcome to the show.
Does that mean you're willing to step on the scale right now?
Improve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had my dog in my hand earlier. She weighs 11 pounds.
Reba?
No. Ruby.
That's who I meant. No.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby, the puppy weighs 11?
11 pounds.
Wow. That's my dog.
We just got like up to 21. But man, I'm telling you, when we get on here, people jump on.
And you want to know why we're not going to eat? This is why. We have built a home here. We will be at GL this Friday night watching Dollar Nickel drop the hammer.
Little homecoming against Southeast Whitfield. Gordon Lee took down Gordon Central 33-7 this past Friday.
She throws like a girl.
She really does. It was
I know some of y'all watched us on the show. Appreciate that.
It was a good game for Gordon Lee.
It was an excellent game for Gordon Lee, not so much for Gordon Central.
Which I could not.
Still cannot.
I still can't. I still don't understand. You've got 2 All-Stars on that team that could very well easily be All-Stars anywhere.
Well, number 7 wouldn't be a quarterback at most places.
He was better on defense than offense. But he could sling the ball. But you had number 8 that could run it, that could catch, he could do all that.
But they couldn't run it consistently enough because they ran into each other.
Yes. How do you not coach that up?
But with number 7, with the quarterback, when you would attempt to tackle him, he was laying in the fetal position.
Oh, he didn't care.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I asked Ryan, because, Ryan tackled him 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said,
and he outweighs Ryan by 60, 70 pounds?
It's probably 65.
And Ryan, he goes down. I'm like, how do you not coach that up and say, look, you're the biggest boy.
Run over everybody.
Push them out of the way.
But the thing is, with that size, there's a reason he's playing there and not at the other school in Gordon County.
And we're not going to call no names out.
That's right.
Because that's not our style tonight. It usually is, but not tonight.
If you watched this past Friday, we called a bunch of people.
We called a bunch of names out, but that's what we do. That's what we do, and that's what makes us a little different. We're not afraid to go there because high school football, whether you agree with it or not, I know Randall will, but he can't say it. It's all political. That's all it is. You're basically...
Most of the time, sure it is. But that's every sport. It's not just high school football.
It's more high school football because you got mamas and daddies that get their little feelings hurt if you talk about little Johnny, that Johnny don't need to be on the field.
Well aware.
He's not that good.
Hey, I've had him beat on the players' box door before going, "You're talking about my son!"
Yes.
And me answering through the door, "He stinks."
He's having a bad game. We've all. Have you ever had a bad game?
No. I'm sure I have, man.
All right. No. Do you? Right now, let's. I'm gonna pick on you for a minute because that's what we do.
Okay.
Hey, look at there. Terry Holder decides to join us after months and months and months.
And we got the
behind the scenes camera.
Behind the scenes camera going on the D-Swing page.
Which you ought to tilt it down because we got a lot of our lights. But then again, y'all two are always cut out of the behind the scenes. Like you can't go back far enough.
Well, we need wide angle. Yeah. If we could turn it sideways, we could do it.
It won't.
I know.
It just did.
We won't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know where I can go. Everybody just stay with me. Y'all talk.
Oh, did you? Oh, he's going to knock something out. He's going to drop it.
He going to tear up our boards before we ever get to play on them.
Well, playing on behind me probably wasn't the best.
You're right about that.
110%.
That's true.
Because the first thing he done was backed into it.
Yeah.
It's like there's no alarm on the back of his chair.
I am 6'4".
And you have no mirrors on the back of your chair.
Hey, speaking of that, kid that started at Smith County, 15 years old.
6'9".
Megan.
6'9", 328.
Big kid.
Megan, we're going to give Facebook one more time because we have 4,000 viewers on Facebook and we don't have that many on YouTube. Even though we got to build our YouTube page, it's kind of hard to leave 4,000 people that's waiting on you to come on.
Well, I mean, if they love us, they'll follow us.
They will, but at the same time, it's...
If you build it, they will come. We built it.
That's right. I saw on Field of Dreams.
Have we ever been able to stay on the same platform 2 weeks in a row without having to...
Outside of Facebook, no.
Mama Barnett, the chili was phenomenal.
Yes, we were fixing to get to that. But
my bad, I jumped
yes, you did. We were talking about... Oh, he's doing it again.
What's he doing?
Can you not control your guest?
I think I went past guest.
Yeah, he's not really a guest.
Nope,
is he a permanent part? I don't remember that in the agreement. I just said, would y'all like to set in?
Give him
Are you kidding? You done it on air.
Yeah. I think there's even video evidence of it.
We don't have nicknames yet still.
Yeah, you do. Mike and Hat.
I'm declaring that I shall forever be known by my nickname, not the quarterback. It's just
you can't give your own self a nickname.
For 30 years on the air. I mean, it's kind of.
Oh, you're not the quarterback?
Randall, not the quarterback. Cunningham. It's like Rick and Bubba.
Right.
You know, Bubba's real name's not Bubba. It's Bill.
No, but he's got a local tie. His sister-in-law is from Chickamauga. Did you know that?
They ain't but 6 people alive actually from Chickamauga. People
Actually,
move into Chickamauga.
There's not too many people that will raise their hand and go, "I'm from Chickamauga."
I was born and raised in Chickamauga.
Like I said,
In the
there's
city?
not many people.
I was born in the city, yes. Now I live in
Where were you born at in the city?
not literally born there, but I came home to the city. In my mama's arms.
I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus.
Wait a minute, a Greyhound bus doesn't have a back seat, does it?
It has a bunch of back seats.
Well, they're all considered the back. There's only one front seat on the Greyhound
There's
bus.
a driver.
The driver's seat.
And
Yes.
so they're all the back seats.
I lived at 221
How many
Waterfall
back
Avenue.
seats on the Greyhound bus then, since you was born
I
there?
don't know. I was too young to count then, and I was missing a finger. I was really messed up.
You was mad.
I thought you were like, it was like what, Kay Maid's dad. You might have got it caught in the back Greyhound bus.
No,
Now here's the thing. So if you, I'm gonna ask you. You're a parent, and your son. Well, most of us in here except one is a parent, but you have a son. Mine used to play. Yours to play now. Do you take it offense if somebody says, "Dude, what was wrong with Ryan? He was off."
if they say it like that, no. Especially because I'm the hardest one that's going to be on my kid.
So what we did on the sideline, would that offend you?
Now, if somebody walked up, calling out number one after he said break his neck?
Yes.
No.
All right.
I would slap my kid for saying something like that.
Yeah, and here's a and
Ryan said that dude talked all night. I was like, what did he say? He's like, I don't know.
I don't know who number one is, but I know somebody that will let us know who number one is if she's watching. And if she ain't, you probably need to ask her because she can find it out really quick.
She's good.
Yes. So number one was yelling, "Break his neck! Break his neck!" Now, if
Well, you're even on the tackle.
if you're at a school and your players are yelling, break his neck," to another kid, an opponent, and you cross that or say something about, "Oh, we pick on him from that," and that makes a mom and dad mad. I'm sorry. Yeah. You need to punch your kid in the face.
Discipline your kid. I'm telling you, if I heard my kid say something like that,
bust mine right in the mouth.
Yes,
I would.
If possible, I would do it during the game.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to step on the coach's toes, but I'm down there within earshot, and I heard a lot of the trash talking and all that going on Friday night. But if I heard my kid say something like that,
getting 5 right in the mouth.
Get him out.
Yeah.
Get him here.
Yeah.
So 99.9% of the parents I've never had a problem with, and no matter, and I do try to keep it. You know, there's certain things I will say, but saying a kid does something dumb on the field, to me, it's insulting the kid.
It's not. If he's done something dumb,
yeah,
I was gonna say, well, your kid.
It's okay to say that.
Yeah.
Just like my kid jumped off sides. What a bonehead.
Here y'all kid.
So there's the one incident that I had. The kid was a very high-profile recruit, and they took offense to got whooped, and we've been getting whipped all night. And I said, and on air, I said, if you're being recruited by Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech, and you're getting beat by a sophomore tackle all night long, you got to wonder where your head is. That's a true statement to me.
Yeah.
All right, here's the thing. As we all know, high school athletes say a school has to put a team on the field. All right, so if you're going to play, you need to be coached up. So I take it as a coach's fault that number one is yelling, break his neck, break his neck. Number one, that's bad coaching, it's poor coaching. Number two is if you've got number 7 who is 6'4", 220 pounds, could be a star on anybody's team, and he can't perform no better than that. And then you have number 8 who was, what, he was 5'8", 2 something.
Yeah. Linebacker and running back.
Yes, and he can't do better than what he done. Bad coaching.
Okay, a couple of things.
All right, hold on. Then you get to look at the stands. There was 50 people, maybe 55, in that big old stadium. Bad coaching. Now, what did you say?
Who's going to want that job when you're 2 miles away from a 4A state perennial power?
All right, so now what do you do? How do you fix that program? You got to recruit better. That's all you can. You got to pay
You
players.
gotta send
You
players.
don't recruit in high school.
Oh yes, you do.
You gotta send
Oh
players
yes, you
to
do.
another
It goes
school.
on. Now you
Yup.
can't come
Well,
out.
I
and say
know
it.
it come. I know it happened. Well, sure, I can come out and say it.
Well,
If I got a job down in Dalton, y'all know why.
I'm the same way you are. I mean, I would tell somebody, hey, look, I'm going to make you a star over here. I'm going to give you the ball. I'm going to show everybody what you got. We're going to coach them up because you're going to have to play them.
But you got to get the right coach in there. Period.
So
Yeah.
you look at Blitzo County.
And you can't fire the same coach every year. Oh, you didn't work. Next.
Well, no, but that's
Well, Blitzo County's been through 3 coaches in 3 years. But you've seen what's happening now for the last 3 years. And trust me, no worse program been around.
They're junior loaded too, right? So the next 2 years, they're going to be strong.
That's the only way to fix a program that's that bad is just find a group of kids that want to play together and just bring them all the way up together.
And that will not just want to play together, but will lay it on the line for each other.
yes, there you go. Now, here brings up my next point.
And some of that's on those kids.
It is.
If my son, 155 pounds, stand in front of me today, sorry, brother, I'm blasting him.
You've got to have that switch that you flip on and off. Now, if I'm a high school coach of that school, Gordon Central, I'm visiting the middle schools. And I'm talking to the coaches.
And you're going to run the same offenses. You're going
Well, I have to.
You're going to get the middle school to run the offense that you're running.
Yes.
So they got it.
Yes,
Sure.
yes. And that's not what goes on because every high school coach has an ego a mile high. And to prove this, Lakeview went 5-0. Not 5-0. They went, 10-0 one year, 10-1, something like that. 5 years stretch. John Allen was there. Greatest record Lakeview has ever had. All right? 5 years.
Yeah.
Your offensive coordinator with you all 5 years. Watched everything you do. And then you make him the head coach and he goes 3 for 32.
Well, and I tell you,
Because
there's a
he
little bit behind
changes
it.
everything up and does it his way.
Well, there's a little bit more to that story.
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I didn't want to go on it on the air.
I don't care. I tried out for it. I played for it. When you recruit, on your team 5 years ago, and you have 9 players from Tyner.
Yes, that's what the whole recruiting process is. But here's the thing: you
that
have
into a high school program.
You have to do that, and he knew that.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to win at Gordon Central. It's the only way you're going to win at Lakeview. Now, Heritage has the best of both worlds. They have the best players in Catoosa County because of the facility they have. Now, Ridgeland got the turf. Okay, great stadium. This year, for whatever reason, they're not doing too good this year. All right. And like I said, I haven't even looked into Ridgeland. I'm not even. That's the other guys, not me.
Yeah.
But when you have Heritage, who has the nicest complex of any of the other 2 schools, and where do you think the kids want to go?
Well, that's the same thing you're talking about there with
The same,
Central
yes,
and the one down the road.
exactly. Now the same thing happened when you had Chattanooga Valley, Rossville, and Lakeview. Same thing happened. What happened? Parents began to put these kids here, these kids, and they basically segregated their own cells, did they not? You had what we call the country boys in Chat Valley, and you had the inner city at Rossville, and then you had the rednecks or whatever in the Lakeview section, because that's where the parents lived, or whatever you want to terminology use, whatever it is. But this is what happened, and you had all these different coaches, and every year Lakeview was getting hammered. Rossville was doing good. There was better coaching. Rossville had a better facility. All right, now you've got Heritage got a lot better facility, and they brought coaches from Tennessee in. So why don't you think the coaches who has played in Tennessee go say, hey, I know these kids coming up. I can get them to move down to Georgia. And that's the same thing what the other coach you're talking about did.
Well,
same thing.
He did, but Matt Dunn just commented on it. He lost 22 seniors in 05. So he left because he knew the upcoming class was crap.
Read what Keith Perry put. Same thing you said.
I can't.
But that's
He lost 22 seniors, and he knew his class was going to be crap, so he left.
So I got a unique view, and I'll step outside of it. I don't think I'm going to take what I know. North Jackson, Marion, and South Pittsburgh, perennial power.
Yes.
All within 20 miles of each other.
Yep.
They've been able to maintain that, and there's kids that moved from Marion to North Jackson. One very high profile one a few years back. They've been kids go from Marion to North Jackson. They've been kids move all around. They're still able to maintain it. But I don't, and I know John Allen. I went to high school with him. And John had a good system going. But the wave of the future, if you go to Ray County right now, there's 3 junior high schools. The head coach of the 3 junior high schools are assistants on the high school team. So that is the wave of the future. You don't coach your junior high differently. Right. They're usually attached somehow to the high school team.
Mm-hmm.
They should be.
You run the same offense, the same defense. Ray County, you even go back, their cutter leagues, what I call it, teams, are then, in principle, taught the same method by the junior high team. So these kids run the same offense. That's what it takes to be successful. At our place, the president of the quarterback club is the president of junior league football. So I mean,
that's what you're right. I mean, that's exactly what needs to go on.
It's the way it's going to be.
But there's coaches that will not do it. They will not invest into what's up. I don't know. I don't understand it. Maybe it's egos. But here's the thing, Randall. If a coach does this, if a coach goes, I'm gonna go down to the middle school and I'm gonna talk to these boys. I'm gonna let them know who I am. I'm going to come down and help them. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure they stay in the program and come up. Well, for whatever reason, I'll be friends, whatever they need to do. Only thing that's going to do is in 3 or 4 or 5 years of you doing that, you're going to look like an outstanding coach, are you not? And you're going to get the job offer to go to a bigger school and do the exact same thing and work your way up the ladder. If you're a coach and you do none of that, you think you're going to have a job long? No, you're going to go down the ranks. You're going to go down to middle school coaching because you ain't winning games. That's basically what the high school level is.
Tell me this. Speaking of kids bouncing around, this has kind of been in the news. Kid moves from Flipping, California.
Savannah.
I thought it was Valdosta.
Valdosta, yeah, you're right.
And the GHSA rules him ineligible.
Ridiculous.
Explain to me how that, when you got kids from Catoosa and Walker County going to Whitfield County because daddy got a job at the carpet mill, and nobody says a word about that kid moving from Heritage, Ringo, Lakeview, Gordon Lee, Lafayette, whatever, to Dalton.
Politics.
So you're telling me that somebody at Valdosta had enough stroke that their kid's going to lose playing time because this stud from California moved 2,500 miles.
Yes.
And they say, you can't play.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I don't like high school football. It's because of the politics.
Well, but at the same time, if tomorrow a kid, somebody shows up from Baylor and says, hey, Ryan Swaney, would you like to go to Baylor for your senior year?
Well,
I'm not going to say no.
No, I'm not going to say no either.
No.
Can you see if Brittany's here?
Cohen locked the door.
Or Macaulay. Or Boyd Buchanan.
No, absolutely not. And people get mad over it, and I'm like, why are you mad?
Somebody came in right behind her.
Why are you mad? If my kid gets a
Jason
chance,
probably locked it.
When your kid goes to Baylor and Macaulay, the quality of their life, not for a year, but their
life
improves.
As long as they stay on the path, they're golden.
Yes.
Now, there's been some punks
I can't open the door.
bomb out of Baylor or Macaulay or whatever.
The doors.
That's on them.
It's easier for me to get up than you.
Yeah, I mean, but
is that a fat joke?
No, it was. You see when you need another peanut butter sandwich.
So it's to me it's most schools this doesn't matter. What they should do is what Knox County schools do. Knox County schools have completely open enrollment. For like $100, if your kid wants to go to Alcoa, he can go to Alcoa. If you live in Powell and you want your child at Maryville, you pay $100.
That's where they're going.
Provide the transportation, and your kid can go there. And you wonder why Maryville and Alcoa is so good. That's why.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that Knox Central couldn't win a state championship 2 years ago. Open enrollment. Just let a kid go where he wants to go within the county. Do it. Your kid wants to do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Things are operated so different, but around here, and then here's what happens. You get people on the board in Catoosa County or Walker County or wherever. Good coaches don't want to come down here. What?
We're losing people.
Not really. It's maintained. But good coaches, we'll get off this
25 a while ago.
Yeah, there was 4 that jumped off. But you have good coaches that don't want to hang around this area, or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have pull with the middle school, or maybe they don't have, and they just want to coach because their kid was involved. So you have maybe we're totally wrong. Maybe that ain't the case. But if it ain't, there's somebody out there watching that knows what's really going on. They can come on and be with the show. Speaking of which, your guest's coming on next week.
Yes, next Tuesday, special guest.
You want to tell who?
Former professional athlete.
Not me, your special guest.
Yeah.
Oh, he's also a professional athlete?
Getting told you suck by a 6-year-old does not make you a professional athlete.
Former professional athlete.
This guy actually got paid
I got paid.
big.
Okay, there's our difference. I didn't get paid so big.
I mean, I got paid to play softball.
I got paid in Trident layers.
But yeah, we'll have a very popular man about town on next Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna crucify him over football.
And was you wasn't in there. Was you in there when Yusef was on and we're talking to Yusef when he came in the store?
I just heard a bit of it.
Okay. He's trying to put together the strings that
Yeah,
we're going to go do a live
someplace
show
downtown.
at a hoagie sandwich place downtown, and there will be a couple of NFL players there with us on the show.
And we'll get free food.
That'd be cool. I perked up there. I was down till then.
Houston, you might want to hang around. There's going to be some interesting talk about Georgia here in just a few minutes.
I gotta get my check.
Oh, God.
Yes, fans.
Don't. You don't have to. You don't have to.
If
You don't have to do this.
If
can
you
take it
want
back.
your friends to hear this guy actually say something kind about Georgia, call them and let them know, because
We're going to move into it. But I seriously wanted to get that off my chest and why we don't cover high school football.
Yeah.
That was the main reason why. And I told Randall when we started, that was not our goal, is to cover high school football. You know, y'all do know those same commercials, Lou. Y'all keep watching them, but it's the same one
it's
that
cool.
happened a while ago.
it's cool how it cuts through the wall.
Yeah. But
What you eating there?
that's the whole thing about why I didn't want to cover high school football.
Chili right
It's
over there.
great and it's big in this area, and it is. I mean, that it is. But there's so many parents that get their feelings hurt that you don't talk about their son. If the parents would stay out of it, and because your kid, when he moves to the next level, your parents ain't gonna have as much influence. And when they go to the level past that, you got zero influence.
Right.
All right. So if the parents would stay out of it and let the kids play ball and take criticism, quit giving participation trophies, quit patting little Johnny on the back when he's horrible and don't need to
Amen.
play, quit doing that.
I saw a movie a few years ago,
Gosh,
and
it would be better football.
there's a line in the movie that at face value you're like, what? But you let it sink in, and it's gospel. The 2 most dangerous words in the English language. Good job.
Yes.
Because you backed up and knocked down half the wall. That's okay. Good
Like
job.
you did at work.
Oh my God.
You ran the forks through the wall.
On purpose.
Did anybody say good job for that?
Yeah.
Who?
Rook.
Rook.
Is he watching?
No. He usually does, but Rook ain't watching.
But you know what I mean. If you get up there and you take 3 strikes, that's okay. Good job.
It ain't a good job.
No, it's not. It's not a good job at all. It's the opposite of good job.
Yeah. My uncle coached his 2 boys, and I guarantee you that word good job never come out of his mouth. And I'm sure your dad good job didn't come out of his mouth when he watched you play sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm all for celebrating a kid when they do something exceptional.
Yes.
Fielding a two-hopper and throwing it to first base, you're going to get a clap. That's it.
I hope everything's okay.
See right?
I don't know. Maybe, hopefully.
Did he have a phone call?
No, he's left his phone's over there.
You might go check on him.
Hello.
Right.
You all right?
Yeah.
Did you need a
His
breather?
phone's got something on it up there.
No. We had something we had to take care of.
We is in.
Somebody.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. No. Just no.
You get a base hit, you get an attaboy.
Megan, you commented.
You bust tail and stretch a single into a double, you're probably going to get more than an attaboy.
Not on YouTube tonight.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm fine with celebrating them when they do well, but when they stink, don't pat them on the butt and tell them they done good.
say, look, you got an off night. You're having a bad game. We're going to work on it during practice.
What's wrong
with it? Yeah.
That was one of my favorites to ride. And my dad said it to me. Are you okay?
Here's funny.
It's okay to lose.
Yes.
It's okay.
It ain't fun because when I was coaching softball, how many years did I coach? 12, 13 years, seasons.
She
How
was
long?
5.
Right, but she would always make comments.
5.
She would always make comments and go, y'all are horrible. I don't even want to come down here. Y'all never win. Y'all are horrible. And remember when I got all over you for that?
Yeah.
Well, I got to think, it ain't fun. It ain't fun to lose. So I went and talked to other coaches, like, what am I missing? How do you fix this? And got input from Greg Payne was one of them, and there was several others. They said, here's what we done. Michael Brown, Greg Payne, a lot of the, I forget the other 3 coaches.
Eric Beagles.
Eric Beagles was one, and there was 2 more that I talked to. And I implemented what they said. I swallowed my ego and implemented what they said would work, and it worked. Why can't other coaches do the same thing in high? If I got a field like you have, if you're at Gordon Central, or you're at Gordon Central, that's a nice field.
Yeah.
Nice place down there, is it not?
Yeah.
Why
I
would
wanted
you
to
not
hit some
take pride
wedges
in
off
that?
their grass.
You got a couple options. You can either cry and say, well, I can't get good talent because Calhoun comes and plucks them up. Or Dalton comes and plucks them up. Oh, that's in any school.
Yep.
Did I seriously need to cut that off?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
No. Y'all, it's the same one you just watched.
Good job.
It's the same thing you just watched.
It's mesmerizing.
It is.
Oh, my
How
God.
fast that blade just cut.
How about
through.
this?
Yes, it is a Spider quick change arbor only sold at Lowe's and Johnstone Supply, and Johnstone offers the 1-year warranty. Lowe's doesn't. And we'll beat Lowe's price. Okay, so now we said it.
I gave you a free shameless plug.
Good Lord, how much?
What about
But
this next
I mean, you look at programs like, and not a lot of people around here know about Fife. Fife is a little bitty small town.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Powerhouse, though, were they not?
They've won 3 state championships, and football coach has won 300. And I guarantee you, he gets kids from Sylvania and Rainsville, and they all want to play for him because why? He wins.
He wins. That's it. Now, if you start,
I mean, Colquitt was the same way at Marion when he was there.
Yeah, and the same way at South Pittsburgh. And hey, I can tell you about my boy Philip Lawley at North Jackson.
when you're a high school program and you're winning games, you got a job as long as you stay on that line. But you still have to answer to the board, whoever, and as long as you don't start rumors about other schools offering you jobs that are not true, and you make people mad to where they're like, look, every year, it's 2 or 3 times we got to have this conversation with you about your money. You negotiated the contract, so quit whining, quit starting all these other rumors, and that's it. But it's politics that I hate.
Politics plays a part.
Yes.
Not everywhere, but a lot of places.
But that being said, Friday night we will be at Gordon Lee High School covering
Quite the
their game.
segue.
Yeah, covering their game. Randall, where are you going to be at?
Be with y'all.
Randall's going to be with us at Gordon Lee, so you're going to get to see all 4 of us in full stride and Anna Lee at Gordon Lee covering the game. Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be I'm
no.
gonna be a fan.
She's
Maybe.
gonna
No,
lie to you
no,
again.
time out. We're not. She's gonna dump us again.
I don't
Again.
have plans.
Again.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have
Just like
plans.
now.
You didn't have plans Friday night until
Until it happened.
I'm gonna smack that one in the face. By the way, you might as well give a little
Yeah.
prep.
It was
time.
fun until it wasn't. What kind of statement is that? I've heard people say it was fun till it wasn't. Well, yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
I didn't have plans till I did.
I had a good time Friday night with what I done. So.
Yeah, so did I.
Good.
Did you really? Because you didn't act happy.
I couldn't stop
I
smiling.
got a frosty, man.
We got a frosty afterwards.
I would have preferred the dip cone from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that would have been good. So, have you not pulled any strings for Gordon Lee about feeding us while we're there?
No.
Anybody you've got pull at Gordon Lee?
My man just sits and bashes politics and then says, "Hey,
Hey, how about some fruit?
That's right.
where's my swag?"
All about politics and pull it.
No.
Anyway,
They usually have deer meat.
I am actually, for saying all that, I am actually looking forward to next year when we can actually go in, set up our stuff, and we can do our show live from the ball game.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like College Game Day, live, and we're going to have Mr. 30-year, not the quarterback, with us. And I know he's been writing down notes, listening to our play-by-play, and be going, I've never used an RKO out of nowhere. I think I'm gonna try that. I've not used a belly-to-belly suplex, but I'm gonna try that.
I'm gonna try a unique concept of giving the score, where the ball's at, and the down and distance.
Now I did do better.
You're too clumsy.
I did do better about the time,
I don't want to see
but
your
not
blood.
where the ball was at, but the time and the score.
The time, the score, down and distance.
I didn't do a lot of that. Sometimes I did, but
Recapping the game about. I got a buddy that's the
I
best.
got better.
The best play-by-play guy I've ever seen. He should be at some college somewhere. And he took me when I first started doing my play-by-play, and he said, "You can't mess this up."
Oh,
And
we can't.
I was trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. He said, "If you tell them where the ball's at, what the score
You've gotten better.
is,
Seriously.
and the down and distance, you can't mess it up." So about 100 times a game, I'll go 8:32 to go in the second quarter. Sequatchie leads 21-0. Ball on the 38, hit it to the field house. 2nd and 2, a gain of 5. Great.
I put it this way: I only got red pinned one time Friday night, and you saved me before I got the red pin. It was coming down, and you butted in and saved it. And they said, almost.
Yeah, himself.
Yeah.
But he says it all the time, and himself. Himself is not a word.
Yeah.
Ever. At any point, ever.
Right. That's not because you've been red pinned so many times you've memorized.
No. I've known himself was the proper English since 3rd grade when it was taught to me.
My problem is I don't slow down.
Thank you, Miss Scott. I hope you're watching.
I don't slow down enough to enunciate correctly.
Not only do
I
you
get
not slow.
excited in the games that are all politics.
I also have very strict rules when the colored guy talks and when he don't. It's very simple. If they're in the huddle, colored guy, talk all you want. When they get out of the huddle, shut up.
Oh yeah, see that's.
It's very simple.
I don't know which one of us is the color guy.
I think we're all color guys because it's free for all.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
That's right. It's a free for all because
We have no play-by-play guy. We just have color guys.
Yeah,
He is kind of the play-by-play guy.
I don't know enough. I don't get into it enough to be the full.
It's hard to
tell you every single play. We tell what happens.
It's hard to do that from ground level, and all you're seeing is one side of the field.
It is very hard to do it from ground level.
So you've done a really good job.
For what we've
But I'm
done.
not going to say that out loud.
But
Again.
don't
Say,
say
didn't
that.
you just say that though?
We are fixing to transition
Good seeing you
into
Friday for 10 minutes.
Don't you have a key essentially obvious, my friend?
Do what?
Talking to that one over there?
What?
What did you say?
Says a key essentially obvious, nonetheless.
Yeah, because he said, but I'm not going to say that out loud. And I was like, you just did though.
Yeah, there's no telling. But we're fixing to go to SEC football, and we really need to take a break so y'all can actually hear, because it's funny because when we go with a break, y'all don't sit there and look at the TV like this. But when it's running behind me, y'all go.
I have not looked at that flipping TV in 10 minutes, so.
Ooh, it goes in
I'm
and out
so
the
ADD
wall.
and ADHD every time I see
Anything
it.
but, yeah, y'all were like, look, and I thought, this will help because I get tired of the fireplace.
Put it behind me.
And I get tired of, no, then he won't take his eye. Oh, I get it. I get it. Now I see where you're going with this. He won't take his eyes. There's
Jealousy.
a song.
Party of
Can't
one.
take
Jealousy.
my eyes off you.
Brittany, I was looking at you when I said it.
I'm not jealous.
What's that song? I can't take my eyes off you.
That's that song.
That's
the name of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Good job.
All right. Well, this is what's going on right here. They can't take their eyes off each other.
Well, you set it up. Like,
That's true, you did.
That's why, because I knew that would at least y'all both are ADHD, and
Fact.
if y'all look at each other, y'all stay busy. So me and Randall can actually have a show.
yes, that's how it's seen by everyone else.
It's them two having a show, and we're over here laughing and goofing off at nothing.
That's usually how it is.
That's how it'll be next segment. God almighty.
Here we go, SEC football coming up. We're going to take a commercial break real quick just because we can. Now,
Some of us are going to reload on some chili.
here's what happens. The last time we done this is where the thing started to freeze and Facebook started. He's doing it again.
I did it on purpose, bonehead.
Here's where we mess
Look,
up.
it's cutting a hole in that freaking thing.
Oh my gosh. It's the
Smooth
same
too.
commercial that has run 5 times already.
Okay,
Hey,
go.
push a little button, it goes
Go.
back.
Squirrel.
No, I wasn't squirreling. I was actually on track for the first time in weeks.
And
I've been practicing this to stay on task.
Go.
And y'all squirrel.
Go.
Where are we going?
Wait on you. You said you were going to commercial break.
You said if it
A what?
freezes
A
on
commercial break.
Facebook,
We are. If it freezes, nothing I can do about it. We'll have to stop this segment and start all over again, but let's hope it don't. I'm going to give Facebook one last time. We'll be back right after this. And so are you.
That's right.
I'm gonna go
Do you wake up every morning, D. Swain, thinking,
Got what?
do you wake up every morning, look at the camera, the mirror and go, yeah, that's right.
No, he wakes up every morning with
You have
excellence of urine.
Snapchat? Did your Snapchat just go off? You have Snapchat?
I have Snapchat, yes.
Did it just go off?
I don't know.
I think I heard did it?
Randall, are you with us or without?
I am, and I'm trying to get another outside. Had a lot of people watching the, but I got a dead battery now.
Did you forget we were doing a show?
No, my battery died on.
How many on your burner phone?
Yeah.
Does anybody want me to go back to that?
How many burner phones does he have?
Do you want me to do the?
You don't need to know the number.
That's the reason.
That's why they're burners. Sakes.
Have you got your girlfriend?
Have you been to Dunlap, bro?
Yeah.
All right. Randall wants a girlfriend.
No, I'm low maintenance. I think I'm gonna stay.
Anna Lee, does your daddy want a girlfriend? Oh, he don't.
I want a boyfriend.
Does he need a girlfriend? Oh, he don't. Oh, so you taking all daddy's time? Okay. Yeah.
That was me at her age.
There you go.
Literally.
Only time I have time for a girlfriend is every random third Tuesday in months that end in Y.
You know what we got to do tonight?
May.
I can tell by the look in her eyes. Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can.
Why do you bring this up every time?
She does. I seen her look at me and go, sing Country Roads.
On 93.3.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time once again for the River City Podcasting Sports Update with your host,
Mike.
Cougar 4.
Also can be seen Friday nights on 93.3 Country Roads.
Country Roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Country Roads.
Nice to jump in there at the end there.
You waited till we had a mouthful of chili.
This podcast is brought to you by the Atlanta Braves. 2 pitchers and hope, and it looks like we're going on. The Braves. What was it when
Did they drop an RKO?
Our boy Max Fried didn't get it done, though.
No.
Max Fried did not.
Back in the day, it was Spawn and Sane and Play for Rain. Now it's Fried and Anderson and Pray for something. But the Braves win today, 9-5. Will Smith picks up the win.
Not the Fresh Prince.
9-5
for 1 scoreless inning. Of course, Acuna goes deep. Ozuna goes deep.
Well, they were in Houston, so they were beating on the drum, you know.
Curveball.
Oh, yeah, somebody said every time you touch the desk, it goes real loud.
Oh, yeah, I said that. Several times.
Let's do it again.
And Swanson goes deep.
Yeah.
And we get a
Dansby, that's our man.
Also, the Astros picked up. My A's are looking in trouble. The Astros pick up the second win of that series, 5-2 over the Athletics.
You should do that more often.
Later tonight,
I want to try to drink that.
the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. What do you think of that series? I mean, I'm surprised the Yankees have got out as well as
They shellacked them last night.
They sure have.
But then when all those boys are hitting, they stout.
They are. Not a lot of pitching.
No. And they're fine with that. Just bring it.
And then at 9:38, the Dodgers plays the Padres. So
I think Yankees Braves would be a fun World Series.
I think it would be too. And I think if anybody's going to get the Dodgers, the Padres might have the best chance. A lot of hitting, fairly deep pitching, but again, it's the Dodgers. So
I really like Tatis Jr.
Tatis Jr.'s a player.
He's so much fun to watch.
He's good.
Yeah.
Tonight it'll be Bueller versus
Bueller.
I like watching Bueller. That dude throws his snot out of it.
Bueller.
Bueller. And for the Padres,
Bueller.
it is.
What's his name? Walker?
Paddock.
Walker Bueller.
Walker Bueller.
Vanderbilt Pride and Joy. And throws gas.
Yeah, 42 strikeouts in 36 innings.
Who was
Propane, brother.
Wait a minute. Well, speaking of which, who was the Milwaukee's pitcher that me and you talked about that day that I got to see pitch for Hall that broke a catcher's thumb.
Oh, Hader.
Oh, he's
He's a
Yeah.
beast.
The big
dude.
lefty.
Beast.
He doesn't throw it though. He slings it. He like slings these.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's all twisted up, and when it broke the catcher's thumb in the
That's
game.
the reason he's missed the last year and a half, though, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Sure.
Lights
Yeah,
out,
he's
dude.
where he needs to be. He's in the closer role, and he ain't gonna be around in 5 more years.
Yeah. Last night in the NFL, the soon-to-be fired Dan Quinn led the Falcons to a 36-16 loss to the Packers.
Yeah, but he gave Todd Gurley 2 touchdowns, which cost me my win last night.
Didn't know we were going to get bitter over that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers had a big game, not big enough.
Who did you play?
I'm not talking about ours. I'm talking about the one I actually paid money for. I lose by 1.4 points.
Rodgers throws for 327 and 4.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, efficient on 16 carries for 57 whole yards.
Yeah, but 2
And
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Killed me.
Also, the Chiefs beat the Patriots, and hey, that goes to show you how good Belichick is. With Bobby Hoyer and Jarrett Stidham, he still came as close as anybody has came to corralling that Chiefs offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was a low-scoring game, 6-3 in the third quarter.
Well, if it wasn't for that pick 6, who knows what would have happened?
Absolutely.
And that was not Stidham's fault.
Nope.
When you're all-world Julian Edelman, whoops.
Yeah, slips right through his
Would you like to see that game with Newton? Because I would. I think.
Yeah, I would.
I think that'd be.
But the thing is, this is Cam. It just is.
Yeah. So that's the news, all the news you need to know, and be sure to call High Def for your detailing needs. Back to you, B-Lo.
One question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm all natural.
Will LeBron take the fight?
Who cares?
No.
That's all I'm asking.
No.
You say no.
Who's he want to fight?
The UFC fighter that's called LeBron out. Will he take the fight?
No.
Or will he duck it?
Not only will he not take he'll take the fight as much as he takes the L.A. County Sheriff's request for him to match.
And the shaking of the hands after the victory. Oh, wait, he lost. And he walks off the field.
Hey, there was. I know
He
we
claimed he didn't know it was the game wasn't over.
We talk a lot.
Come on.
We don't talk about that sport a lot.
How long you been playing?
But if there was a fix in, it was last night. If there ever been a fix in pro sports, it
Yeah.
was last night.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, nobody's watching, so nobody cares.
Yeah.
Will he take the fight?
No.
No.
That would be. Hey, he'd get killed.
Yes. And
Either way.
he's taller than the dude, outweighs the dude, but he will get
Exactly.
murdered by the dude. He'll get tapped out.
I don't know.
LeBron.
I'm not, because LeBron's wingspan. Now, if the dude ever got him in some submission hold, sure.
He outweighs him by 112
It don't matter. He ain't
pounds.
scared of him. And
Oh, he
talking
ain't scared of him. Sure, he's not scared of him. But you think LeBron's scared of him?
Yes, I do. I think LeBron's ducking him.
I think LeBron's scared of him.
LeBron's smarter now. He's not gonna fight that dude.
I would take it.
LeBron's smart? No.
You'd have to pay him $1 billion to take that fight.
That's
He ain't
probably
doing
all it is. It's
And
probably all about money. But he would
He ain't doing it.
tap LeBron. out.
LeBron's not fighting that guy.
I know that's what I'm saying. He's ducking it. He's afraid to get
He
tapped.
is not.
Think about this.
That's not in his world.
But think about this. What if LeBron takes the fight and gets tapped out or knocked out in the first 2 rounds? Does it ruin his how everybody sees
He
him?
would
in
have-
the-
No, because it's not basketball.
He
You
would
think
have to take a stepladder to knock him out. And LeBron James would not duck anything thrown by Kobe Covington.
No,
It
not
might
duck that
hit him
way.
in
I'm
the-
talking
in the
about
belly.
ducking the fight means I don't come up with excuse
But I had
why.
to change it.
So when I was in college, and I'm 230 at that point, pretty good shape. There's a kid in the same dorm. He was a 125-pound wrestler. We're joking one night, and he goes, "I would kill you." And I was like, "Okay, you probably will, but let's go find out." I'm 115 more pounds than this kid. I'm a foot taller. He made my knee touch my ear in about 30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's going to happen to LeBron. And LeBron knows it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
don't-
why LeBron comes up with something about, what was his line?
I think he said his hemorrhoids are flared up and he can't.
No, he
LeBron
said,
initially,
so
the first thing before the dude challenged him or whatever, he said, everybody thinks they're big stuff until the lights come on, and then most people in the big arena, and most people crap their pants.
Yeah.
That dude's been in the big arena in his sport.
That's what I'm saying. It don't even make sense.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was all he could come up with.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's the closest thing to a burn of anybody. The NBA guys have tried to take up for LeBron, and Kevin Durant said, "Who's this again?" That's pretty funny.
They all know who he was. They just didn't want to let it on.
Well, sure they did, but that's a great burn.
Now, SEC football.
Here we go again.
I pass.
Out.
Now,
speaking of
people have tuned in, and numbers are coming back up.
Lance Tarvin is ready for this.
Lance, get ready.
he's not the only one. Keith's called 8 times today.
Keith, Lance, I have told.
However, Keith also said, "See, Arkansas is not that bad."
I told D. Swain in the break.
Stop digging yourself a grave.
That's right,
dude. You seriously can sit this out. You don't have to comment. You don't have to say a word.
No, I'm a man.
I'm 40.
50.
I'm 50.
Oh God.
Yeah, 50.
All right. So he wants to take one on the chin for the team, and so we are going to.
Let's don't get carried away. I'm gonna say some nice things. It's not like I'm gonna proclaim them the greatest team ever.
Are they number 4?
They're tied at 3rd with Florida in one poll. The only poll I've seen.
Do they deserve to be there?
I don't care.
You're talking about Georgia?
Georgia lays an egg when we get ranked higher than 5 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I mean,
we always do.
They've got a good win.
Yeah.
Randall seems to be closer to right about Auburn than I was. I thought Auburn was going to be legit.
Dead wrong about Texas A&M though.
I put them.
I try to tell you, I was right on them. Georgia's offensive line looked great. Like 2 years old, great. They didn't look as good as they looked Saturday. They hadn't looked that good since before last year. There's not one game last year they looked that good, except for maybe Baylor, who was awful.
They did look
in the
good
Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, they looked real good in the bowl. And that was a make-peace line.
Yeah.
But that's the only bowl we look good in. If you go back at all of our bowls in the last 10 years, we lay down. When we've played Penn State, and we played Notre Dame.
Texas.
Yeah, we
But Saturday,
Boise State.
and I'm going to give a lot more credit to the line than I am the quarterback or the running backs.
Yeah.
Every running back that's starting or second player deep in the SEC would have ran as well as Zeus and Cook did. That offensive line whipped Auburn all day long. And Stetson Bennett, hey, he's doing what he needs to. He's like Fromm was his freshman year. Don't lose the game. Now, I'm not going to make my prediction of the game until Thursday, but Tennessee fans should be a lot less optimistic than what they would have been previous to Saturday's game, because if that offensive line comes that way every week, it's going to be hard for everybody outside of Alabama. I don't think Georgia's got a chance against Alabama, and nothing they do this weekend is going to make me change my mind. But other than that, Florida's going to have a hard time with them. But they got to show it to me again, you know. I knew they weren't as bad as they looked against Arkansas, but I didn't know how much better they were. I don't know if this was their ceiling game or if it's a stepping stone.
But, I mean, it's where Georgia should have been.
Yes, no question about that.
They're a top 5 class. But, I mean, and I'm a full believer in they played well, but it's game 2. In the maturation of this season, there's going to be times that you play well, there's going to be times you play bad. I do agree that Tennessee fans should be less optimistic, but as far as a script going into the game, it could have not have played better for Tennessee. Because I don't think you want to get Georgia if they had lost to Auburn.
Yeah.
That would have been the worst time to get them.
That's probably true.
I still think the best quarterback is sitting on the pine, but we'll see that.
Is he?
I think the most talented quarterback is sitting on the pine.
Well, I think most Georgia fans would agree with that because they're going to say Mathis is as talented as any of them. Talent. And see, I'm not sold on JT Daniels because he was okay in the Pac-12.
I'm not either. I'm more about what I think the kid is capable of doing.
Stetson Bennett's a lot better than I ever thought he'd be. I'll say that.
Me too.
Carson Beck's probably.
So he was untouched Saturday.
Yes.
Because of the offensive line.
Because of the offensive line. And that's why I say all of my credit goes to that offensive line, who I've been very hard on for over a year. And they finally look like the Georgia line that all the fans think they are every week.
Yeah. And then if they turn around and lay an egg against Tennessee.
That's right. What do you got?
What do you got? So I think we know this much about the SEC. I believe everybody will say Auburn and Texas A&M are not what they were supposed to be.
Agreed.
South Carolina may be
a little better.
A little better than people.
Ole Miss, a little better.
Ole Miss, a little better. Not
Mississippi State, we're still not.
What Mississippi State is
Mississippi State
is Mississippi State.
That's right.
No, Alabama is dominant.
Florida's offense is as good as any of them.
Florida's got question on the other side.
That's right.
So
yes, their defense marginally better this past. Like you said, South Carolina's better than we thought. But if Florida's truly going to contend, Grantham better get his fat butt in the gear.
Right.
And part of it's on the players too. I'm sick and freaking tired, and this happened against Florida as well. Wrap the dude with the ball up. 5 guys for South Carolina with my boy Tony.
Yeah.
And they just try to, because he's little, we'll just hit him with our shoulder and knock him down. No! Wrap them up. And I'll say, if they need a class, pull up Gordon Lee's huddle film.
Yeah.
Because you talk about doing it right, those boys at Gordon Lee, head up, face mask here, arms around to the ground. They don't miss a lot of tackles.
Solo tackles. You put that third string defensive back in the other day against Gordon Central, and he solo tackled number 7, quarterback, 6'4", 220, dropped him, and he was a little bitty fella.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, perfect tackles.
So let's look at the totality too of the SEC.
Yeah.
So you have undefeated Alabama.
Yep.
Who else in the West is undefeated?
Nobody.
So it's 2-0 and a bunch of 1-1s.
Yeah.
In the East, it's undefeated Florida, undefeated Tennessee, undefeated Georgia. Who else has won a football game?
South Carolina. No. South Carolina. Kentucky hasn't. Vandy hasn't. Missouri hasn't. There you go.
Nobody in the East has won a game other than Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia. So those teams aren't as bad as we think they are. And some of those teams that's 2-0 aren't as good as we think they are.
Right.
And some of those 1-1 teams are really good, and some of them are really bad. And you're supposed to see the most improvement between game 1 and game 2. And I think you saw that in Georgia.
For sure.
And so I just think right now with 11 conference games, I think it's a war. I think it's going to come down to you've got to get ready to play Tennessee.
Well, I stick to Florida's going to win the East. And if for any other reason, they got the easiest schedule of the 3.
Yeah.
I agree. I still think Florida's the best football team in
One more game of the defense just looking not great, I'm going to have issues with them. Like I said, they improved from game 1 to game 2 a little bit on defense. A&M is, I don't think is very good, but you're going into their house, and if you lay another egg, you're liable to lose this one.
So, A&M, one question I have for you and for everybody. Is it A&M talent or is it the guy standing on the sideline?
I think it's the guy on the sideline. I think he fell into it, and that's not me and hating because he owns Florida. somehow he dominated. For he's 7-1 against them. I don't think Florida State had a better coach on the sideline most of those games.
And they're horrible now. He left a horrible.
Oh, he left them bare.
A train wreck.
Yes. And honestly, A&M, they're not getting every superstar. They're not. Texas is still the bell cow in that state. Oklahoma's still going to get theirs. LSU's getting as many from Texas as anybody. So I don't. The talent's not making up for Jimbo's lack of whatever it is he has. So I'll go with a combination.
What you got over there?
I was waiting on them to wrap up. We got 20 minutes left of the show, and we're going to go over our predictions from Thursday to our scoreboard. And yes, we've only covered the SEC on Thursday, but we actually went with the full Week 2 schedule, and we graded them to see who got the closest picks.
C-.
Yeah, all right, here we go. The first game, and we, like I said, we got 20 minutes. We're going to do this real fast. BYU 45-14. That was the final score. I got the closest at 38-17. Florida 38-24. Tom got the closest, 38-31. Texas lost 33-31, and nobody got that one.
I wanted to pick TCU. I knew they'd be in the game.
They were
But
tough.
Tennessee 35, Missouri 12. Tom got the closest, 35-10. NC State 30, Pitt 29. Big upset. Nobody got that one. Bama 52, Texas A&M 24. Robbie got, a.k.a. air quote the Rob, got the closest, 48-27 on his pick there. NC, North Carolina, and Boston College. North Carolina 26, Boston College 22. D-Swain got the closest, 21-17 on that one. Cincinnati 28, South Florida 7. BB got 21-7, got the closest on that one. Oklahoma State 47 to Kansas 7. Robbie got the closest, 48-10 on that one. SMU 30, Memphis 27. I got the closest, 35-28 on that one.
I picked SMU as well.
I did too, but I was closer on the score.
Yeah.
Well, at least let us know that we both picked the upset.
You mean you're the only ones picked upset?
Yeah.
You picked 37-24. I went 35-28. We were real close. Georgia 27, Auburn 6. Big surprise. BB almost got it dead on the money, 27-10. Good pick, BB. Tulsa 34, UCF 26.
How about that?
Wow.
The best team in the state of Florida.
Everybody missed that one.
Not the best team in the state of Oklahoma.
Arkansas 21, Mississippi State 14. The only one got that right was Robbie, and he went 14-12. Oklahoma lost to Iowa State 37-30.
That's a great
BB got
loss.
it right. 27-14. He's the only one picked Iowa State.
It's a great loss.
I love it.
LSU 41, Vanderbilt 7. BB got closest on that one, 35-7.
You're welcome.
So far, BB has us all beat. Virginia
What's
lost
the
to
win?
Clemson 41-23. I got the closest at 42-21. Almost got that one dead on the money. And that was the end of it.
I'm gonna get some more
So
I produced with my pick exactly what I thought I'd produce.
One.
Nothing.
BB got, I think you got
4.
3 to my 2,
Yeah,
and Robbie's 2.
You said 4.
4?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I got 1.
I didn't hear Florida, South Carolina score.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I read it. It was on the first page. That's why it's the second one. Tom got it 38-31.
What did I say?
You said 45-17. And I went 48-10. So we got stumped on the TCU Texas, the NC State Pitt, and the Tulsa UCF.
I think I got stumped by the whole thing.
So it was pretty bad. But
Well, you went astronomical score, so.
But the one thing about the early lines that has came out for this week, Georgia's a 13-point favorite on a 43-point total. So that's like
30-13.
Yeah, I mean it's like 24 to 10, or even 27-10, 28-10, and I don't know, 43. And compared, the Florida Texas A&M total is 50.5.
Sure.
Trask put up points. For sure.
But we'll find out, I guess, Thursday when we do our picks. Everybody's thinking this week going in. Is there a guess to that with BB? I think we know where he's going to be.
Well, I know where you sure.
You know where I'm gonna.
Same place you're going to be with your heart.
If you take Georgia, I'll give you a hug.
No, I've
Cougar 4 will give you a hug.
I picked Sequatchie County in the state semifinals when we played Alcoa. So that shows you where my...
Yeah, you're a homer.
No, it's just, I just...
You pick it and accept the loss.
I just don't...
Or you can pick it and flick it.
I'll put it this way.
If Florida was playing the Patriots,
Yeah.
I'm still picking Florida.
Absolutely.
You can't...
As a gambler, though, I would be taking the...
Oh, yeah.
Here's the
We're not
score.
talking about... That's why I don't bet on Florida, ever.
After that.
I mean, money. I'll bet where, the Facebook post and all that, but I'm not betting cash because I have zero to do with the outcome. I'll bet on golf when I'm
We
playing.
have a onesie to wear.
BB is in the lead. 4 picks. Me and Robbie tied at 3. Tom's at 2. Dennis is 1. RC takes up the rear at 0.
Who knew that this was going to be an actual running total?
I like it, though.
Why not just go with the picks?
Oh, we do
If
have
you
to
pick
buy Barnett.
winners or
We did. We
No,
did.
you
He got
didn't.
the most picks. BB got 4 picks.
on the score,
It's going to be poor.
Yeah, not wins.
So take the points.
Just
Take the under.
next time I'm gonna fill out who I think's win. I ain't writing the score down.
We'll do it both.
What?
Well,
Or you
but
want to
you
do
didn't.
wins? We can do wins. Why? I mean, it don't. Participation trophy.
It was on break.
I don't care. What do we say?
I care because of what I said.
Two.
I don't care about that.
I care.
OBD.
Well, then you shouldn't have
What
said
I
it.
said.
Shouldn't have said it.
The marks were dead is what I
The
thought,
marks
but I
were
just got
dead
a
on
text
commercials,
message
that's
about
funny.
it. About what I said.
Do you think there's a hope and prayer that Miami can play with Clemson?
Oh, sure, there's a hope, but not much of one.
So somebody, all three of y'all have got to buy me Longhorn, by the way.
You got 9 wins.
You're gonna have to wait till after the World Series. I've done established.
Yeah, but if they all three pitch in, all three of you pitch in, I'm able to the.
You went 9-7.
Nice.
That's 7 losses.
Yeah. Let's see. If I added, I may miss. You missed Texas. Miss NC State.
If it's any consolation, I think I did worse.
Yeah.
Missed Auburn, Tulsa, Arkansas, Oklahoma. That's 6. Yeah, 6. Oh, and 6 losses. So I forgot the Clemson game. So you're
10-6.
Yeah, 10-6.
That'll get you a bid to the NIT.
Yep.
So we
I'll
all
make the playoffs in the NFL though.
1,
Yeah, and maybe even get a home game.
Maybe get a home game.
3.
Hey, a guy in my league, fantasy leagues, 0-4, changed his name. Coached by Dan Quinn.
I think I'm gonna say change mine to Bill O'Brien. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had the same 10-6.
What I have?
You had yours went, and we're about to wrap up here. BB had
I'm Vandy. I'm 2-8.
1, 2,
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
3, 4, 5, 6,
And I'll tell you what else I was impressed with by the Georgia game.
7,
I thought Georgia was able to get pressure on Nix with just his front four. And that's something I didn't think they could do.
Ten.
Yeah.
That was maybe the most impressive
I think
thing
we're
to me.
all except Randall.
But
I
they
agree.
sacked him once.
I know, but they moved him off his spot.
But they moved him. Yeah.
We're the worst team for sacks. Like, we have good pressure. We have good defensive backs and secondary and second line linebackers. But
You got
we
cheating defensive backs trying to spear people with their helmets.
Break the neck!
I said that was a penalty.
It was not.
His knee was down. Yes, it was bang bang, but his knee was down.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't targeting.
Right.
He hit him with the shoulder.
It says forcible contact with shoulder, arm, or head, helmet.
Well, then they might as well. You can't tackle.
Exactly right.
You can't tackle.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I could justify it. It wasn't that. I mean, I sided with agreeance, but you.
Not me. But it's the same way the week before when Sean Davis for Florida got tossed.
Yeah.
He was trying to pull up and led with the shoulder.
Yeah.
If you're saying lead with your head, shoulder, or forearm, I'm supposed to lead with my jump? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Drop kicking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the other game that I'm excited about this week is Ole Miss, Alabama. Lane.
Oh, sure. Let's just see.
Yeah, Lane.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I want to go to the Egg Bowl.
So do I.
I thought we established was going and Anna Lee's driving.
Perfect.
Closing comments, Randall.
I'm excited to see Lane. I mean, all the games that's going on this weekend. There's great games. This is probably the best SEC weekend so far. You got Tennessee, Georgia. You got Florida, Texas A&M, which has lost a lot of its luster. I think another interesting game, Arkansas, Auburn. Let's figure out. One of those teams has a reputation that it deserves. Also, you got Ole Miss and Alabama.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great weekend to just kind of turn on your TV and hang around. Look forward to being at Gordon Lee. Please don't ever listen to me when I pick games. Do not. Look, I am the world's worst. Fantasy football advice. Take it from Randall. Picks, I wouldn't. No. But I've enjoyed this show, and I'm glad to have football back.
Barnett.
Thanks, Mama Barnett, for the chili again.
Thank you, Mama Barnett.
Spot on.
Spot on.
Peanut butter was good in it.
No.
The chili was.
I disagree. The chili didn't need any peanut butter. Chili was spot on, perfect.
It was great.
Thank you, Mama Barnett.
Sausages.
What they were trying to say is they have peanut butter sandwiches dipped in the chili and say it makes it better.
I've done that before.
Her chili didn't need nothing to make it better. It was great.
You should.
Thank you.
I've done it before.
It's good.
It was delish.
And that's it.
You done?
Yeah.
D-Swain.
Thank you, Mama Barnett. I love chili and peanut butter sandwiches.
Can you not look in the camera and tell
Love
him?
it.
He was.
I am.
Give her that heartfelt
He wasn't looking at me.
wink. Yeah, he was.
Oh, sweet
Surprised you
Lord.
wasn't watching what was going on
Lord
behind me
God.
for the 15th time.
It's more like the 50.
Hey, did you know there's a commercial going on behind me, Denny?
I honestly think somebody's going to have a flat tire Thursday when they try to leave work. And I'll need a key to get in here.
I was going to say, why Thursday? Just because the podcast.
So he won't be here.
It's the only thing he come up with.
He's salty.
He is. He's been salty
Yeah,
for a
he's
while.
been salty at me too for almost.
So the
I feel
mics
like
were
you-
live.
Who's brought it on themselves? That's all I need to say.
Not me.
Really? I'm going to the football game with y'all. Oh, wait. No, I'm not.
You wait till you get to Tunnel Hill to tell us you're not coming.
Because that's when I got my text message.
Was it worth it?
Be a big girl.
100% worth it.
Be a big girl. Sorry.
I was.
I've already made plans.
I said,
Yeah, prior.
Yeah, you did. Which means you're not invited anymore.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I just got the invite for Friday because Dad looked at me and said, "Are you going?" That's an invite.
It's okay. We can tell him that you're banned.
Anna Lee wants to bring
As he
back-
said, I have stroke at Gordon Lee.
Obviously not.
Not getting political.
Oh, no, I'll use my
But he can't get us barbecue.
That's what I'm saying. Like obviously.
Or a
not.
Coke.
I
for that
haven't
matter.
tried to get barbecue,
We'll try.
but I will try to keep someone out. is what
Try
I'm
to get
saying.
barbecue. Just try.
We'll see.
Wow, that's salty.
Okay.
Rude.
Anyway, Georgia fans, I hope you're happy. saying glowing reviews of Georgia from this past weekend.
Glory.
And I really hope they get beat by Tennessee if I hadn't mentioned that. Baseball's going. It's pretty awesome. Braves pitching has me stressed out. Hopefully Ian Anderson is the guy tomorrow. Even though it is against my Fighting Mattinglys, and I'm a little torn. I would like to see the Braves Dodgers, and I would really like somehow the Braves to get through that, and then a Yankees Braves World Series would be pretty awesome. It would just be bombs away.
Just like old times.
I think Atlanta's problem is if they don't have any points on the board, runs on the board to begin with, they can't do anything with it.
I can't even believe you just oozed out of your mouth.
I don't know why I said points. If they don't have any runs on the board, they play to that caliber.
I thought mine was bad.
When it was 0-0, but when it was 1-1
after the first inning.
Did he go? Oh, that's sticky too.
Ronald Acuna said, "Peace."
After he got hit today.
But baseball, the Masters in a few weeks. I'm excited to see how that turns out in November. That's going to be pretty cool. So it's a good time to be a sports fan right now.
The spring.
It does, especially this past spring when there was nothing.
Yeah.
So just be kind to your neighbor, even though.
Take your own advice.
Is somebody talking?
He's getting heckled by the heckling crowd over here.
I mean, if someone says they'll do something in midstream change their mind, you can probably.
He even takes it to Facebook. He comments on my photos just to be salty and make sure I don't live it down.
I hope you treat Emily the same when she gets that age.
I will. I got you.
Thank you.
Don't start dating. Just don't.
She's not allowed to until I die.
So it's over. It's over to the big man now. See y'all Thursday.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. And Facebook didn't let us down tonight, and neither did our viewers. Thank you so much for that. We had a great response, a lot of watchers and viewers. Please share the show. Also, go to our YouTube page is D. Swain and Below Show, and follow it, subscribe it, like it, do all that stuff so we can get our numbers up, because we eventually I would like to be going live on YouTube for Gordon Lee next year.
Yes.
We got to have 1,000 subscribers before I can go live on YouTube. So we're way away from that right now. But Facebook, thank you for not cutting us off like you normally do. Thank you for not stinking up the show like you normally do. Thank you for not being so politically correct like you normally are. That you allowed a sports show to continue, but yet you put people in Facebook jail. Anyway, we're gone. Thanks for watching.
Country road.
We'll see you on the country roads. Country roads,
take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
Hello?
Peace.
You play to win the game.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. That's all I got to say. It makes me want to puke.